If you want to eat udon, you either go to a udon restaurant, look at the menu, place your order, and wait for your udon. Or if it is located in a food court, you wait in line, place your order at the counter, and you get your udon pretty much immediately. But
I found this interesting udon shop that is open 24 hours, but it is a self-service and unmanned shop. There are some self-service and unmanned ramen shop,
like this ramen shop served by a robot. But this is my first time finding this type of shop for udon.
and here we are.
The place is called惑星のウドンド, or Planet Udondo. There is a brief how to guide right at the entrance, and interestingly they also have a manga about this udon shop. Anyway, let's go check it out. The store layout is pretty simple. There is the counter table and the kitchen rack next to it. Right where you enter, you will find the order counter. And of course, it is a QR code. After you scan the code, you will be redirected to Line, which is a messaging app in Japan. From there, we can start to put our order. The menu is fairly simple. Currently, there are two types of udon. One is with soup and the other one is soupless. The rest is just toppings. So let's get the soupless udon. And let's get an egg. But before we pay, we gotta put on the coupon. You can find the coupon at the welcome message for a 10% discount, which is pretty neat. As for the payment, you can pay by cash. Just put the money inside this interesting looking box, or you can pay with credit card or PayPay. Once the payment is done, we move on to step 2. After the payment is completed, there is a QR code, and we are supposed to show this QR code into this camera. Although there are no feedbacks or confirmation from the camera.
I guess that should be it.
Now we head to the fridge. On one side is where they store all of the udon. On the other side of the fridge is where they store all of the toppings. So you just grab whatever you ordered. Now let's see what we have inside the package. Here is everything inside the udon package. We have the udon noodle, green onion, tenkatsu or tempura bits, and the udon oil. At the back of the cover, they have the cooking instructions. Basically, we just need to boil the udon noodle and the toppings. One thing you need to be aware of is the noodle boiling time. They have 4 levels: first timer, beginner, standard, and expert. Because this is my first time, let's set it to 6 minutes. As for the boiler, there are 2 of them. One is for anything except for the noodles. And the other one is only for the noodles, which is boiling hot. Let's boil the udon. And now we wait. In the meantime, we can look around the shop. There are some books on the counter that you can read, or you can read manga about this udon shop that is plastered all over the shop, which is quite interesting. Next to the boiler, there is a counter for utensils, bowls for the udon, and plenty of condiments. Since everything is self-service, we gotta prepare. Pick up the noodle, drain it properly, and look at my sad attempt on pretending to be a chef and trying to neatly fold the noodle. Because I chose the oil udon, instead of a soup we have this small pack of oil. Add the green onions and the tempura bits. Lastly, the egg. I was contemplating whether to boil it or have it raw. In the end, I decided to boil it for a minute. Which apparently wasn't enough. It was half cooked, half raw. Well, it is a little too late to fix it, so let's just bring it to our table. Here is our oil udon. It is a really simple plain soupless udon. But before we try it, let's give it a mix.
Oh, wow, that is a really thick and dense udon noodles.
They call this type of udon as Yoshida udon. The noodle is thick, heavy, and really dense,
Which is quite different from a Sanuki udon.
Sanuki udon is the default when people think of udon. The noodle is thick but soft and chewy. Quite the opposite of our udon. But the flavor is good. It is savory, salty, and slightly spicy.
That was filling. And overall, it was a fun and interesting experience.
And lastly, we have to clean up. Just return the bowl into the rack and throw away all of the garbage.
Alright, that's it.
And that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.